Hey everybody, it's Emily, the Crazy Worm Lady. I am here today with the Urban Worm Bag for our weekly update. And I also thought I would do a little bit of a full review of the system as I work in it today. So let me get this thing opened up and we will see how they are getting along. Okay guys, so I am into the system and I wanted to see what type of worm activity we have. And look at that. This here is from inside of that watermelon rind. And they're just picking it clean. Telling you, these blue worms are just voracious eaters. And they look like they're doing excellent. So, if you'll see, there's still some flesh on this rind for them to work through. But they're making good progress on it. This piece of watermelon skin here is just paper thin. You can see my fingers through it. And that will break down. Skins of anything just tend to take a little bit longer. We have another rind down here. These guys are just going to town. I'm really pleased to see that. The consistency still feels good in here despite the fact that I did add a lot of those water-rich foods. But all of these watermelon pieces are just massive hits. I honestly love summer. And one of the big reasons is because all of these water-rich foods that we tend to eat a lot more of in the summer are like absolute favorites of the worms. I think the water content and the sugar content, all of that really encourages them to get to work. So here's another watermelon rind. Worm ball, guys, I love it. There's some of my rags that are in here. There's a watermelon rind in here. This one actually looks untouched. I wonder if it was because it was wrapped up a little bit. You can see some red mites. I'm going to try to get this up under the light for you. Those little red specks are red mites. They are not dangerous. But they, just like the worms, are big fans of the water-rich foods. So, going through here, it just seems like the worms are spread all throughout and the food is breaking down well. I believe this is yet another watermelon rind. Oh guys, if I could just feed watermelon to these guys, I'd be the happiest girl alive. And that's what's so amazing about this system, is that I can top feed this system. Meaning, you know, not really bury the food and just throw it right on top. And because it closes up so well, I never have to worry about fruit flies or anything like that. And that allows for the bottom of this system to get nice and compact so that we can harvest it. And if you missed my harvest video the other day, please check it out. There are some new changes coming to the Urban Worm Bag in the next couple of months, I think. They're going to improve the zippered bottom, put a protector on it so that the castings won't clog it up. because I did have a little bit of trouble with that, and I think a lot of people have been struggling a little bit with getting the zipper open and closed easily because the damp castings just kind of clog it up. Using a toothbrush, I was able to get the clog out, but it is a little bit more time consuming than some people would like, so it'll be interesting to see how it does once they change the zipper system at the bottom. The other thing that I do like about this system is the stand. This is a steel stand, and it's relatively stable. However, I think a little bit of the issue with this is as the bag gets bigger, sometimes if the weight is heavier on one side or the other, it'll sway a little bit or, shift. I mean, I have to kind of push it to shift it. I'm not worried about it falling apart, but I think they're also creating a blueprint to make your own stand for this, so it's going to be much sturdier. I think raised up a little bit higher, so you have a little bit more room to get your castings out of the bottom. But honestly, all in all, for a brand new system that I started in March, this has been one of my favorites. I mean, the worms are doing excellent. I really think the population is going up in this bin, so I couldn't be more pleased, and I'm excited for what's to come. So let me grab some food, and I will be back to feed this bin up, and then I'll take you down the bottom and take a peek at the zipper system. Okay, so I added like a good 2 inches of some relatively dry coconut core, some shredded cardboard, kind of combination of what I had available. And I also had this grocery bag that I just kind of tore open. I put a whole bunch of eggshell in here already, so I'm not going to have to top it off with that. But I wanted to get these guys fed up. So take a look at this, guys. This is the huge bucket I'm using to feed all of my bins today. 13 pounds of food. So I think this will be more than enough for these guys. Let me actually pull this over here. It'll make life easier if I can lift it one-handed. I don't think I can. All right, so here's some coffee grounds. We have the watermelon. I'm gonna have a mess to clean up. Looks like coffee filter. A lot of watermelon. It's always a hit. So let me move some of this over here and we'll finish feeding it up. Okay, so I pulled this a little bit closer so I'm not going to be dropping stuff all over the floor. I also have some greens in here that were getting moldy. So I'm going to feed pretty aggressively and see what happens. The good thing about this system is that although it feels kind of plasticky, it breathes really well. I seldom have to open the lid to let it air out a little bit. And the only reason I really do that is just because I'll start to get worms kind of climbing my sides. But it holds in the moisture really well, but it's still breathable, and that's the really nice part of it. So I think that's a relatively healthy feeding. So we will call that a day for this. So again, like I said, I really like the aspects of this system. I really love that the zippered top, it zips closed perfectly. There's no room for any bugs to get in. So unless you open the lid, you really don't have any problem with fruit flies or anything like that getting in. But I'm going to show you the bottom real quick, and we'll talk about the zipper for a second. Okay guys, so this is the issue with the zipper. I just opened it a little bit for you, but it is a struggle for me to get it closed once I open it back up, so I didn't open it all the way. But these castings down here, let me get a little bit closer. They can just get stuck in the zipper, which like I said, I was able to fix with a toothbrush. but as long as those wet castings keep, you know, compacting against this here, it's just going to continue to be a little bit of a hassle to kind of clean out. However, like I said, it didn't take me real long. It was like about 5 minutes to clean it out, to close it up after I harvested. And I do leave this mortar tray below, and this is actually the castings that I harvested out of here last week. So this is just here in case I would, you know, feed too much water and it would drip down into this tray. So it's just kind of a safe measure, and it fits perfectly underneath the system in between the legs. So that's going to be our update for this week. Please drop your comments below. Like this video, subscribe if you'd like a little bit more content from me. I will talk to you guys soon, and I hope you have a great day.